know what my favorite Christmas song is? Frosty the Snowman by the Ronettes. It's a good one. Beto O'Rourke. He's so hot right now. The Texas Democrat may have lost his long-ish shot to oust Republican Texas Senator Ted Cruz in the 2018 midterm elections. But that hasn't stopped many in the party from wishing and hoping and wishing and hoping he decides to run for president in 2020. Good singing, I know. And in late November, O'Rourke acknowledged that he is actually thinking about running for president. Here's his quote.
Running for Senate, I was 100% focused on our campaign, winning that race. Now that that is no longer possible, we're thinking through a number of things. And Amy and I made a decision not to rule anything out.
Amy, in case you're wondering, is O'Rourke's wife. But that's not the big news here. The big news is that O'Rourke's "we've made a decision not to rule anything out" rhetoric is a major change from what he was saying during his campaign against Cruz. Like, for example, this line from the day before the 2018 election. Quote, "I will not be a candidate for president in 2020. That's, I think, as definitive as those sentences get," end quote. Except, here's the thing. Of course, what O'Rourke is saying today is the exact opposite of what he was saying a few weeks back. But he's right to change his mind, because O'Rourke should absolutely 100% be running for the Democratic presidential nomination in 2 years' time. Let me make the case, and I'll start making that case by quoting the esteemed princess philosopher Cinderella. Quote, "Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor," Cindy says in Into the Woods, the mid-'80s Stephen Sondheim fairy tale theme musical. Sidebar, yes, I am a fan of musical theater. Thank you very much for asking. Now, the point of Cinderella's quote is simple. Moments that matter in your life don't stick around forever. You need to seize them ASAP or run the risk of missing them, which gets me back to O'Rourke. He started the 2018 election as a totally unknown member of Congress from Texas. He ended that election as a national Democratic rock star. Now, yes, I am aware that O'Rourke lost his race to Cruz. I kind of mentioned that above. And that, again, yes, losing Senate candidates are not usually at the front of the line to run for president. But O'Rourke's loss was narrow, about 200,000 votes out of more than 8 million cast, and as I did say before, that defeat has done almost nothing to cool the heat around the guy among the Democratic activist community. Now, that heat in political terms means opportunity, and it's an opportunity that O'Rourke may never get again. Here's why. In January, O'Rourke will be out of a job. He retired from his House seat to run for the Senate, which means that his next chance to run for a major statewide office in Texas would be in 2020 against Republican Senator John Cornyn. Cornyn is a far less divisive politician than Cruz and would be much harder to beat. And let's remember, O'Rourke didn't beat Cruz. If O'Rourke passes on that race, his next chance would be in 2022, when Republican Governor Greg Abbott would be up for a third term. Now, Abbott could be moving toward a presidential race in 2024 by that point, so it is possible that the governor's race would be open. But even an open seat race isn't any sure thing for O'Rourke, or candidly any Democrat in the state of Texas. So O'Rourke's best chance, and it's not even that great a chance, to win a major office in Texas would be in 2022. And if he passes on the 2020 presidential race, his next opportunity to run for president wouldn't be, yes, math, until 2024. If a Democrat beats Donald Trump in 2020, then O'Rourke would have to wait until 2028 to run for president. Now, O'Rourke is a young guy. He's 46. As a 42-year-old guy, I reserve the right to say that is still young. But politics is a fickle mistress, and the public has the attention span of a flea. 4 years in politics is forever. Think about this time 4 years ago. Republicans had won another major midterm victory. Donald Trump's name wasn't even on the long list of potential GOP presidential candidates. Everyone assumed Hillary Clinton would be president. I mean, honestly, looking back, it feels like 40 years ago, not 4 years ago. Right this second, Beto O'Rourke is the hottest thing in Democratic politics. He's touched a nerve among Democrats in a way that no one since a guy named Barack Obama has done. He's proven he can raise tens of millions of dollars to fund a national campaign. Now, in 4 or even 8 years, there will be a new hottest thing, and probably several more hottest things. O'Rourke will be a guy who almost caught lightning in a bottle a few years back. Out of office, he won't have the platform to inject himself into the national debate. He will do that thing that politicians all fear the most: disappear. If O'Rourke runs for president in 2020, he is, I really think, a top 5 contender for the nomination. There's no scenario, either in Texas or nationally, where he will have that sort of chance again. Always remember what Cinderella said: opportunity is not a lengthy visitor. And that is The Point. Make sure to check out brand new episodes of The Point every Tuesday and Thursday.